Morning, friends. Katie Steinberg here at the beach, and I don't know. It's kind of cloudy. Every once in a while, the sun sort of peeks through over there, and these little bright orange, pink spots happen. So we'll just see what we get today, which is kind of the deal, right? So I've been thinking about this week about just sort of a frustrated feeling of like not having it. You know what I mean? Like whatever your journey looks like. Mine has certainly had a lot of opportunities to cultivate a kindness and gentleness within myself that is not dependent upon external circumstances, because those are outside of my control. Outside of yours too, if you didn't know. And this last week has felt like a backtrack. Has felt like no progress in my journey, in my peace. That's what it's really about for me, about peace, and finding it, maintaining it. I have learned that requires a lot more self-nurture. I have historically been a person who wants to give everything and need nothing, but occurs to me that that's God, not me. But yeah, it's been kind of a rough one of feeling like very affected by external issues that are outside my control. And that can lead to that sort of frustrated, annoyed feeling with myself of, haven't I got this yet? Haven't I figured this out? Like the Serenity Prayer says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Like, if I could just live into that, well, I think it would offer me a lot of serenity and a lot of peace. And yet, circumstances worm their way in, and I guess that's normal. I think that's just part of it, If you think of this journey like kind of taking a hike, sometimes you got to do those big switchbacks up and down the mountain. And just because you're going back the way you came doesn't mean you're not making progress. Or I think about Jesus, because y'all know that's what I do, and him talking to his disciples, and they'd be arguing about something about who's doing the best and who's doing all this stuff, and Jesus would always inevitably say something like, you guys, have you no faith? Have you not figured it out? Or even sometimes they were arguing about wanting something like, to be like Jesus, and he's like, oh, no, nah, you don't want that. Paraphrase, Katie Revised Standard Version or something. But I guess what it all kind of boils down to, those feelings of frustration and self-deprecation. We have to be gentle with ourselves. Not every step that looks like the way we came is a step backwards. We can still make progress. Sometimes we need to go a little back to go back forward. We need to backtrack a little bit. Sometimes the switchbacks are the wise way up the mountain, instead of trying to plow straight ahead and, bloody our knees on a steep incline. And whatever the case, sometimes just stop, take a break. Also is a wise decision, so that you have what you need for the next part of the journey. But whatever your journey is calling you to right now, of some backtracking or some switchbacks or some rest, be gentle with yourself. It's probably just what you need right now. It can't all be straight up. The spiritual journey, the journey towards peace is not efficient straight lines. So I guess we can be frustrated about that, or we can choose to think of it as the scenic route. I think my dad used to always say that if he'd get lost, he'd be like, oh, this is a scenic route. So maybe we think of it as the scenic route. Enjoy the views along the way. Get a second look at something that maybe we missed the first time. It's a choice. It's a choice to view it that way. Take a deep breath. Find some way to enjoy the views today. Not all progress looks like straightforward. And all along the way, you are accompanied by love. So look for that too. You'll see it if you look. Hope you enjoy your Sunday, and if you happen to be watching locally, 10:30 First Presbyterian, I'll be there, and my really cool friend Brandon Hageman will be there preaching, and I'm looking forward to it. Love you people. Be good to yourself.